Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is Wednesday, very early in the morning on November 25th, and I had been doing my cleaning and up a little late, so I thought, let me go ahead and get this video out. I had information for two, and I just wanted to get it recorded in case I'm not able to get back with you later today. So let's go ahead and get started then. I'm going to step away right here from one of my babies. Okay. Meghan bounces between being bold and strong in one speech to I'm a victim, and she has new plans against the Mail on Sunday. Here's a little video that I'd like for you to listen to. Let me just see if I can pause it for a minute and go back. This is on Seth Meyers Late Night, and they're talking about Harry and Meghan. So here we go.
A fundraiser for St. Andrews, yeah. What's that? It's the school they met at. It's University of Seattle.
King and Queen School had a fundraiser in the United States?
Yeah.
That's whack, man. What did they act like?
They were very pleasant, and my wife still talks about how Kate had the best table manners she'd ever seen. Like she could get one pea on a knife.
Was she like Charlie Chaplin? Why was that happening?
About the English monarchy, because scandals in public fights are in fact frequent. Sarah Ferguson, the recent deeply troubling accusations about Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein, and that's not even touching the grossly public and endlessly
Couple more minutes.
Divorce and death of Princess Diana of Wales.
But you know it's weird, right? That Meghan and Harry left. Like what? You thought rolling with those dorks in church clothes was going to be fun? Had you been told it was non-stop laughs? Because you're thinking of the Munsters, you silly goose.
You're yelling at who here?
Her, Meghan Markle.
Okay.
Yeah, just the fact that she wanted to leave the royal family because they were like, be proper and sit so. There has never been a point in my life where I did not know that the Queen of England was strict and not fun at all. So don't marry into the family with the most jive-ass boring people ever and then be like, oh, should we play Never Have I Ever?
Well, I mean, there is a difference between one's expectations about a life and the reality of living that life. I mean, she may have factored in what you were saying,
right,
but then day to day realized it was suffocating.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, so forget, I want to not take it out. Don't remove it. Like, I forget what I said about Mrs. Markle, the Duchess. I didn't mean to criticize it. The real dunce of this fairy tale is, Prince Harry has entered the chat. You dumb ginger. You leave your title because you don't like your 94-year-old grandma? That's the definition of something you wait out, gangsta. Pretty sure Father Time was going to sort out the case of the very old bummer woman who had 30 months to live. Too mean. Also said, Harry's mom was Diana, as in Princess Diana, who, though through divorce, so it's different, also wanted to escape the House of Windsor.
One would think Prince Harry would have a realistic perspective on the difficulties of being a royal.
You said that very well. Can I use that for Royal Watch? Or I guess we're... Yes, it's a huge deal that they left. And they thought everyone was going to care. Meghan and Harry. And then people did care, but then the story totally got eclipsed. And now people talk about it less. First off, two factors. We had Trump being president, which was a thing every day. And then COVID hit in March.
Well, COVID was spreading as early
as December. This is the Seth Meyers News. I know that, okay? I'm not chronology smart. I'm smart with words, smart with language.
Well, then spell the word sheriff.
Get out of here. Of all the digs. Everything closed in March because of COVID, or most things. Things in the NYC did. Some things did. So, this big stunt is suddenly like, what are you talking about? Like, we're dealing with a disease here. And then they're like, they get nothing. Look at this. Look at this headline from Cosmopolitan. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle didn't publicly wish Prince Charles a happy birthday. And then the sub-headline under it, it says, it's possible that Harry chose to wish his father a happy birthday.
Excuse me.
Somebody had to type that. That sucks so much. It's literally nothing.
I think like me, you are a complex person.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
But despite your complexity, you are so satisfied by the simplest things.
Oh, an epitaph if I've ever heard one. Thank you for that. Indeed, I am simple and difficult. Next up, this story sucked but was also great. Read this one. Princess Eugenie moves into Frogmore Cottage. Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan. Who did what and where now? Can you picture this some dinner party like, oh, Princess Eugenie, where are you living now? And she goes, please call me Huge. I'm living at the Froggy Doggy Castle. Like, get out of here with that.
It sounds like there's a lot of media coverage of Meghan and Harry, and that you read all of it.
Well, you can't avoid it. I mean, the Google News every day, it says, these stories for you. Or,
Yeah, but those are stories for you, based on your searches. Like, those are not you as in every.
So a lot is going on right there, and this was aired or just put up on YouTube just a couple hours ago, and I found the actual show. So it's funny. Let's just break down a few things they talk about. In the beginning, they're making fun of Meghan, acting like she didn't know anything about what it would be like or understand the royal family, and they're saying everybody knows about the Queen and knows what a tough life that would be. And then they go on to talk about Harry, and that he's dumb for leaving his titles, and for coming over. Then they start talking about all the press releases and the dumb articles that are out there, like the Cosmo article, and how Harry didn't call his dad. But then it says in the subtitle, well, he may have called his dad privately, just to put a story out there. And then they talk about, we know recently that Eugenie and Jack moved into Frogmore Cottage. And then he's like, Frogmore Cottage? Eugenie? Who? What? Do we even know? Like, everybody in the U.S. is supposed to know and understand this, and unless you follow the royals, you wouldn't know. But you would see all these, headlines and stories and puff pieces that she's putting out there with her PR people, and they're just making fun of it, and they're just going on, and then they talk about other members of the family, but it's just they're making fun of Meghan, and they're making fun of the fact that, who cares? And not only did they pull this big stunt, but they did it right at the time when the COVID lockdown was occurring. So they've had enough of it. They're done in Hollywood, people. They are done. They will never be accepted. Meghan was an unknown, and she was not accepted in the first place. And they're letting them know that we don't care who you're married to. You walked away from all that. You might have been something when you stayed with the family, but now you're not. You're nothing. You're losing everything. So I just thought, when you're made fun of on late night, then you've hit rock bottom. And I believe they've hit rock bottom now. But if you want to look this up and watch it in its entirety, I just did a snippet of them talking about Harry and Meghan. But it's called Royal Watch. John Mulaney on Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and Netflix, The Crown. Late Night with Seth Meyers. And it was just put up on YouTube just a few hours ago. So let's get to the disclaimer before we go further. A full disclaimer can be found in the description box below. And thank you to all the subscribers and all of the viewers. I appreciate you guys very much. And just so I don't forget, in case I don't get to post one later today, because it's Wednesday about 2 a.m. in the morning, happy Thanksgiving. And here's just a little blessing. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. And I hope that's not offensive to anyone, but faith and prayer is very important to me. All right, so let's get to the story, and I'll try to get the other one posted, but I'm going to try to keep these a little bit shorter if I can for you. Newsweek says what Meghan Markle finds offensive in her tabloid lawsuit and what she plans to do about it. And this is by Jack Royston. He tries to be like a royal reporter, too. Meghan Markle's lawyer says a UK tabloid has been deeply offensive in claims made to a judge about her relationship with her father. However, Meghan's lawyers last week warned in a court filing that she could seek aggravated damages in the event she wins the case. She's not going to win the case. She's lied, and then she's tried to cover up her lies about not working with Finding Freedom and all the private details that are listed in there, to saying that she went through a third party. And she's trying to put this out there to make people think that she's going to win. She's not going to win the case. Oh, but when I win, if I win, now I'm going to go after you for damages. But I've got another video I want to show you in just a moment. And that video is going to show you Meghan, and I forgot who it was she was speaking to in this one. But she's all bold and strong and confident, and talks about all the negativity and chatter and the noise, and how you just have to rise above it and face your fears and go out and take action. So we'll get to that in a minute. So she's gone from that video you'll see in a minute to how she's going to seek aggravated damages if she wins the case. If successful, the Mail on Sunday would be ordered to pay, out even more money to compensate her for the distress caused. The Mail on Sunday's contentions to the contrary, which are wholly speculative and unsubstantiated by any evidence, are deeply offensive. They're not. They've got the evidence, people, or they would have settled. Meghan and will be relied on in substantial aggravation of damages. Meghan's lawyers also criticized the newspaper for claiming a holiday to a luxury resort on the Spanish island Ibiza had been obtained by virtue of her position in the royal family. I don't even remember that article, but they're saying that I guess the Sun had also, I don't know why she keeps trying to put all these other things in the case, but that she had tried to, because she was a member of the royal family, take this vacation. We all know she's referring to the Elton John vacation. Is she trying to drag him into it now? The filing adds the travel and accommodation for this trip, which was a 4-day vacation taken by Meghan with her husband and their infant child. Yeah, we know she was supposed to go somewhere with the Queen, and she didn't do that, but she went to see Elton John. Provided by a gift by a longtime friend of Meghan. She didn't know Elton John before this. It was Harry that knew Elton John because his mother, Diana, was friends with him, and he was at the wedding because of Harry. Meghan didn't know him. Meghan's never met him before. At least I don't recall her meeting him. Whose personal friendship with her preceded any link to the royal family. Don't believe it. I think that's another lie. The Mail on Sunday's own court filing had said she and Prince Harry flew to Ibiza by private jet, a luxury available to those of extreme wealth or elite connections. She enjoys these advantages by virtue of her position in the royal family, I guess the Mail on Sunday had said. The newspaper also claimed Meghan does not object to details of her own or other people's personal relationships and correspondence being publicly disclosed, provided that such disclosure is couched in terms that are favorable and flattering to her. We know that's why she said that she wouldn't work with any of the newspapers anymore, because she couldn't control the narrative. So again, she's trying to throw more stuff out there to make it look like she's really got this case against them. And why was this even brought up? This wasn't in the original court filing, so I don't even know if this can be added to it at this point. Maybe that's why she's asked for this continuance. She knows she's been caught in a lie. The Duchess' lawyers said the claim is not just misconceived, in fact, and in law, but it's offensive and will be relied upon in further aggravation of damages. Well, you have to win the case first before you can go after damages, and I don't think she's going to win. They're typically 3 aspects of conduct of the defendant which are capable of triggering an aggravated damages award. A, the manner in which the wrong was committed. B, motive. And C, conduct. The third of those factors can include the manner in which the trial and the litigation as a whole is conducted by the defendant. So she's saying that, it's going to be pain and suffering and, just aggravation that I went through, and, this thing coming about and taking more than a year. Well, she's the one that asked for it to be delayed. So it says the Duchess of Sussex is suing the Mail on Sunday for publishing, we know, the August 2018 letter she sent Thomas Markle accusing him of lying. So let's watch this 1 minute video. I think it's on the next one. So she goes from being a victim now with the court and wanting to sue for damages and all this pain and suffering to one of her talks on one of the platforms, about being strong and bold and standing up for yourself and facing your fears. So let's watch this. This is only 1 minute long. So Meghan's talking about suing for damages if she wins the case against the Mail on Sunday. And then here in a previous video that she did for someone else, she talks about how all the negativity out there is just noise, and she just combats it with taking action. So let's listen to this, a quick 1 minute video.
There will always be negative voices. And sometimes those voices can appear to be outsized, and sometimes they can appear to be painfully loud, but you can and will use your own voice to drown out that noise. Because that's what it is. It is just noise. But your voices are those of truth and hope, and your voices can and should be much louder. Look, sometimes it's not obvious what to do. And often it's fear that paralyzes us and stops us from being brave and being bold. But don't underestimate that you have some of those answers within. Don't underestimate your ability to push through the fear. You have, rooted in your convictions, the ability to craft a world that you know is just and kind. And your gut will tell you what's right and what's wrong, what's fair and what's unfair. The hardest part, and it was the hardest part for me, is to chase your convictions with action.
The noise on this is on their video, not on this recording. So tell me what you guys think about that. She sure did change. She's bold and strong here, and now she's in the court case. She's going to play the victim again and try to go for more money. And so it's almost like that. She's so funny. It's almost like she's alluding to the court case, talking about you stand up for yourself and you go after it. But she totally contradicts herself when she talks about, all the negativity out there and that it's just noise. But so I guess what she's saying is you go after these people. You don't allow these people to attack you or say anything negative about Meghan Markle. But I just thought that was kind of funny, and couldn't believe that she was on the Seth Meyers Late show. But and again, I only showed you about 4 or 5 minutes of that talk show, but it goes on longer. But and sorry for putting the one up of Meghan. I know it's hard to watch her videos and to listen to her with all the jumbled up stuff, and I think she's falling apart, people. I just think everything she's doing is a contradiction, and she's contradicting herself, and I think they're just a mess, and the whole world is laughing at the two of them, and I don't believe that they're going to continue to get these headlines, or I believe the headlines that they're going to get after this case goes to trial is that she loses against the Mail on Sunday and then ends up having to pay all of her court costs and all of their court costs and attorney fees. So, excuse me, my dogs are, it's okay. One snatched the other one's toys. So, again, if I don't get my other video up today because I've already getting my dinner on for today, and then I'm going to be baking later, get all of my desserts and stuff done, and then, start cooking dinner a little bit later tonight and then tomorrow. So I guess I better go to sleep and get a couple hours sleep so I can make it through tomorrow. But I hope that everybody is able to have a nice dinner and be with your immediate family or a couple of friends or loved ones. And I want to tell you that I'm grateful for each of you. I'm grateful that you support me, that you watch the videos, that you come back to watch them, and for all of those who subscribe to the channel. I enjoy this very much, and I hope that you do. And I guess that's about it. Lots of love and many blessings to all of you. So we'll see you very soon. Goodbye, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.